Hi guys.
Hello.
So as you can see, we are in a special environment.
Yeah.
As we are gonna film a quite special video for us.
Very special today.
So this video, it's all about our first times.
First time, yes.
Times.
Times.
It's on plural, yeah.
So it's a Q&A video. Oh.
Yeah.
So it's a Q&A video for our first times.
Yup. Let's get to it now. So we are gonna start easy.
Easy peasy.
What's the first app you check in the morning when you wake up?
What's the first app I check in the morning wake up? YouTube Studio.
Mine would be WhatsApp.
True. We'll see, that's tricky. If I have some messages on WhatsApp, then I check WhatsApp first.
Oh yeah.
You know, if you don't have any message, why would you check WhatsApp?
True, but I always have messages.
Another trick part is that I always wake up before her, so I message her, so that's why
yeah. That's the first question and the first answer.
Good.
Second question is first broken bone.
First broken bone?
Yeah. Did you have any?
Zero. I never had any broken bone, neither the bruise. I mean, not crack even.
I didn't have a broken bone, but I did have my leg once put in that white thingy, what is called?
Plaster?
Plaster. I had that. Yeah, I had a
So-
small accident in sport class.
Whoa, where it was?
In my left leg here. I was running and I went on a stair, and then from the stair I fell down on left side.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was painful, very, very painful.
They broke your leg?
It didn't break it, but it was like dislocated.
Bruised? Dislocated, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
My this part here.
Bad memories.
Yeah. a bit. First foreign country you ever visited?
Whoa. First foreign country, I think you guys already know. Romania.
Mine is Hungary actually.
Oh yes, she went around here in Europe.
I went around a bit when I was little.
Yeah.
But I would say that the first country outside of Europe was India.
First another continent is
First
Asia.
another continent is Asia, exactly.
For me is Europe. Both of the answers.
Yeah. First plane ride you ever went on?
First plane ride I ever went. It was from Lucknow to New Delhi, and of course I was coming in Romania.
Yeah, my first plane was when I first went in India.
Oh.
I was 18 years old, and it was from Romania, Bucharest to London, Heathrow. Heathrow was the
name of the
airport. Yeah. And then from Heathrow directly to New Delhi. It was a quite amazing trip. If you want to know more about that, leave a comment.
Yeah, please leave a comment. We can give all the details. It was really enthusiastic.
It was very. Especially it was like my first time ever going anywhere alone by myself. Yeah. So if you want a separate story only about this, you can say.
Yeah.
Okay, next question is, first time I ever got into trouble at home or at school?
You answered first.
I answered it first?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, I was a little bit more of a rebel kid, I would say. I was in kindergarten, and I already knew how to write, and I knew basics maths, and they were teaching us how to draw lines, straight lines.
Boring.
I knew even how to write, so I was liking maths, but I was not liking to draw bats and figures and stuff like that. So I quarreled with the teacher and I said I want to go home, and I left from middle of the class.
Oh my god, that was so cute.
Yeah, and I was so small, and outside was snow, and I lived quite far from the kindergarten. I was like this small.
Oh, such a cute one. If you're so smart, then. On the contrary, mine is a bit different. So I was like in first class. I'm not really sure, but it was a time when we already had subjects like this is English 1, English 2, you know.
Oh, already. You have different there.
Kind of different,
very different there. Here, at my time, we had different, yeah.
So I was like, whenever teacher would say, take out a notebook of English 1 or take out a notebook of some subject, and I would like, what? So many notebooks. Which notebook to take out? Which notebook to take out? And I was like so scared. And I was like, I was always used to note down wrong subject in wrong notebook because teacher never let any other child help me. And she said that I need to learn it myself. and I was so terrified by it that when it was time to go school, I would make huge crisis to my mom, and that was really a terrifying year for me, like 6 months at least.
Next question is the first YouTuber you ever subscribed to.
First YouTuber?
Do you remember?
Hard to remember that.
Yeah, well, I do remember. The first YouTuber I ever subscribed to was Judy's Life.
Judy's Life?
Yeah. Judy's Life.
I think first YouTuber I ever subscribed to, it's Novora Autism, the gamer. I think because he is the first YouTuber I ever remember I started seeing videos of. He makes game videos, but can't remember.
Okay, next question. First car. What was the first car?
What was the first car
we ever had? Whoops.
We together?
Yeah, together. Yeah.
We together we had Citroen, right?
Citroen C4.
Citroen C4 we had the first car.
That was the first car.
Together.
That was an easy question, I would say. Okay, our first time meeting.
First time meeting.
That's a story. That's again a separate story.
Yeah.
But let's be short for a moment in this part. What was the date?
The date was 17 January 2014.
Yeah.
17 January 2014, I got it right.
That's the first time we met in person. Until then we had a distance relationship.
Yes. Long distance relationship, as they say.
Very long.
Whoa!
Very
oh my
long.
God, thank you God. Yeah, thank you.
Very, very long distance relationship.
Yeah, and that was the first time I came in Romania, and we met at Otopeni Airport, Bucharest.
I was back then I was still very nervous about how we would communicate verbally, because we used to talk mostly by text, and when we would be talking by Skype on video or something, it was a bit hard.
Normal.
Yeah, we took time to get used to the accent of
also
each other.
to each other, yeah.
It's we have a bit different accents.
We did, but I think now we have kind of same.
We kind of mixed.
She took mine, I took hers.
Yeah.
That was also the first time when I was flying through airplane, and I think it was a bit easier for me than her, because I was like occupied all the time by doing formalities at airport, which plane to catch, and I was having less time to think. But she, on the other hand, she just waited for me, so I think it was way more hard for her than me.
I reached to that airport with 2 hours before.
Oh shit, it was a torture.
Imagine 2 hours
must
before.
Have been a torture.
My goodness, yeah.
So that was the first time when we met.
Yeah.
17 July 2014.
Hour? Around 7.
Around 7,
yeah.
Okay, next question.
This is a spicy one.
And our viewers excited.
Our first kiss. Okay, I'm gonna tell the story about this one. So, it was also when we first met at the airport. So, I was waiting for him on the left side of the doors. So there are 3 doors in the airport. I was waiting on the most left one, and I texted him and told him, please come out by the most left door. So that's all because I asked my parents to film, and so we can have a memory.
Yeah.
But he came out from the most far door. The most right.
I came out from my most left.
Yeah, miscommunication happens. So I was like waiting to see him. I stood there half an hour waiting to see him, and every time the door was opening, I was like, is it him? Is it him? Is it him?
Heart stood up.
It never was him, because he overall went up by the other door. And then I finally see him in this brown jacket with a purple bag, and he was having a how's this called? Lappy bag on his back?
Laptop bag, yeah.
He was having a laptop bag.
Yeah.
So I see him walking, and he was like small and young. I mean, you're still young, but I mean,
of course, she was also.
Time passed, yeah.
Yeah.
So I see him, I get so many emotions. I try to walk towards him, but I'm like getting nervous, and I stuck there for a few seconds, and then I take my courage and I come towards you.
Do it.
And I was like trying to call you, but I was so shameful. And when we first had our first contact, and we saw each other, and I was like so nervous, and I was like so overwhelmed with so many emotions. And then we went together, we hugged,
we hugged first?
We hugged and
we talked a bit.
Talked a bit. Oh my god, this took a lot of time. I mean, like, I think we stayed there for like at least 30 minutes or more.
Can you imagine to meet a person after 1 year of relationship for the first time? I mean, it's like, oh my god, I was like so much to talk. We could talk that full day.
It was really such a weird and amazing feeling. So then we were like together and hugging, and my niece that here was like, so should we kiss now?
Oh shit.
And I was like, you need to ask. So then we kissed, and that's kind of our first story of how we first kissed. And then we stayed there and kissed and kissed and kissed and kissed and kissed and kissed until my parents came. My parents didn't come.
No, we went to them.
We stopped kissing, and I tell him, you know, my dad is filming everything.
Oh shit. And she lied to me before that she came alone to the airport, and I was sure, like, well, she's alone, you know, so it's okay. And then she showed me that her parents were right, like, few steps away, you know, and I didn't know how. I was so focused on her that I didn't notice people around.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it was a nice experience.
Very nice experience. I mean, now when I look back at that, it's like 5 years ago. Oh my god, like so much time has passed since then. It's like so good, and I'm happy that we are sharing it with you guys. Yeah, so
good memories. Okay, next question.
Nice question then.
Nice question, yeah, exactly. Our first pet. Do you even have a pet?
Yeah, I had pet. So our first pet was a dog.
A dog?
Yeah, and
I thought you had a cat.
No, cat actually. Well, let me tell a story here. So we had a cat which used to come to us to drink milk. We used to give her milk each and every evening, and then after some time she just stopped coming. But I don't call her as a pet because she wasn't staying at us. But the first pet, I believe it was the dog which we had. His name was Sheru, and we used to have him in our court always. We used to give him food, take care of him. And I used to play with him. I was small and I used to play with him. So he was our first pet. We used to go take him walk outside of our home. So he was our first real pet.
Yeah, it's nice. My first pet was a parrot. His name was Cookie.
Cookie.
Yeah,
and he loved Cookie. I'm kidding.
His name was Cookie. Yeah, but I mean, I had him for so many years, and I was quite small. And now we have another pet, which we like to call him our baby, Yoki.
Our first pet together is Yoki, yeah.
We will also have a link down below with many videos of him.
Yeah, or you could click just right up here on this card, and it's the link of his playlist only. So
yeah, so that's my story. I had a parrot named Cookie, and he would like live in a room with me. He was like, we were best friends. He would stay on my shoulder, on my head. He would do all the things he wanted to do around.
Next question.
Our first thought today, like my first thought today and your first thought today.
Thought. Today.
Like, what did you think the first thing in the morning? You woke up, what you had in your mind?
So.
What to eat?
Actually, when I woke up, I found out that I was alone in the room. So I was like, oh, what's going on? What time is it? Did I overslept? And then it came to me that today I'm starting our Christmas holidays. So I was like, so enthusiastic. Let us know. First thought was to how to start our holidays. That was my first thought, because I realized that today is Saturday. We are starting our holidays, and I have like 2-week holiday, and I'm like excited. And I think this is the best start I could ever imagine to share our day with you guys. So your first thought?
My first thought today, okay, that's a complicated one.
Of course.
What did I first think today? Oh boy.
You didn't think anything today?
I think I didn't think anything in the morning.
Well, you don't get awful so easily. You gotta choose one thing which you thought and tell us. Well, we're waiting, right guys?
What should I cook?
Yes.
There you go, my first thought. I always feel like my answers are so simple and fast.
Yeah, short. And mine is like so long and lengthy. I think everybody blames me to be so... next one.
Like that.
Boring.
Oh, nice one. First time we got in... Not we. I mean, I or you got in a fist fight.
Fist fight.
I answer first. I was in kindergarten.
Okay.
And I was like more of a tomboyish type. And I was like fighting with all the boys that would try to steal my toys.
Oh.
And I would like fight with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember the first real fight was I was having a friend. And this other friend was getting bullied by a guy. So I couldn't just stay there, stand and watch. So I just went there and started cuddling with him. And
My
he
vigilante.
was so rude. So we started fighting each other.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Saving.
Have a long
Big.
history of fights.
Saving weak, my powerful girl. Well, as for me, I'm sorry I have to disappoint you guys. I didn't have any.
Oh, you were such a good boy, actually. Next
Wait a
question.
bit. Wait a bit. I did have a fist fight. Actually, I did have a fist fight. You know what happened? It was actually a huge...
Oh, I'm surprised.
Yeah, actually it was a huge scandal and I just remember about it. So I was playing outside of my home and we were playing all of the guys of the colony, and this guy, he made me fall down when I was running and I got hurted and I got angry, and then he didn't even apologize for that. He thought that it was just a mean prank. And
That's rude.
exactly, and that's why we fought. And at that time I remember that was my first fist fight, physical fight. Yeah, that was the first one. I was like in 6th class.
Oh, interesting, yeah. Okay, next question. Interesting one. Our first quarrel.
Oh.
Again, this story I'm gonna say.
Okay.
So, I do not remember the reason of it. And
Me neither, seriously.
I just know it's like after a few months of relationship. And we had a small argument about something. I really can't remember. But I know that it was summer outside. And I was like staying on this swing. And I was like upset. And then he sends me a huge message. He wrote a poem for me in which he was apologizing. And he was so lovely. And that was the moment I knew that he's the one.
Well,
Because he really proved me that he truly, truly cares. Even though it was a bullshit topic for sure.
all the quarrel topics are same, I guess.
Almost all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they could be avoided.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I don't remember the topic. I just remember the time that it was. I mean, we used to talk a lot, and when
All
we
the
had-
time.
all the time, like all the time, like
We
a
wouldn't
little
even
bit,
sleep.
little bit free time, and we would talk.
Mm.
And that day we talked very less because we quarreled, and it was like so bad for me without her, and I was feeling so like empty from inside. So I said, you know what? Let's just finish it because I can't take it anymore. So I apologized. I wrote her a poem, and it was so good feeling to start talking with her again. Next question.
Next question. And the last one.
Oh, we have to finish it after. I was really enjoying.
Me too. First thing you ever visited together?
We ever visited together.
I believe we will have different answers here.
For sure. The first thing I remember we visited here together was the biggest mall in the Bucharest, which even had a sliding ground in the full ground floor where you
I
could
remember
slide.
that.
I think it was Wafi Palace named.
Afi Palace.
Afi Palace, yeah.
It was big.
And that's the mall I remember because I was so amazed because I never saw a mall in which the whole
Carousel. I
ground
mean, it
floor
had a carousel in it.
it even has a carousel. So
That's right. It had a carousel, and in the underground floor, it has a ice skating place.
huge arena for ice skating,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Huge.
that's the place with.
That I happen to remember that it was on 14 February because it was Valentine's Day.
Oh my God, yeah, true.
True.
Oh, true. And I was there from 17 January, so for
So,
sure it wasn't first. I'm wrong. I
Now
guess.
it's my turn to say what was our first
Okay.
trip together. We went to
Beat me.
mountain. We went to make you see snow because you've never seen snow before. So we went to mountain, and we couldn't find too much snow. We found like this small snow area, but we really wanted to pull him on the sled.
Yeah, sleigh, yeah.
Sleigh. So what happened is that no snow around. All the snow was like in a small mountain. Couldn't put. I mean, it was like small, half a meter, nothing to do. So that pulled him on sleigh on the mud.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. It was
Yeah.
fun.
It was fun.
I
That
never
was-
even rode a sleigh before, so
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
anyway
no
fun for
snow,
me.
so no sleigh.
Yeah,
And I mean, the
agree with
mountain trip was a bit long because we also went to some special places in mountain here
that. Yeah, to visit them.
to visit them. Yeah, so that's it. Mountain trip. Our
That was
first
the first.
thing together. Yeah.
whatever question we asked today, if you want any kind of details, we would happy to provide it, because we had to sum it up fast so it doesn't be so long video.
Exactly. So if you want more details on some questions, or if you want some questions by yourself, ask them down below and we will make a separate video just with those questions.
Exactly. Okay.
So that's it for today's video.
We hope you guys enjoyed it.
If you did, please thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.
Please on the notification bell, please, so that you can get notified every time we upload a new video. That's very important. Share this video with your friends.
Yes, please share this video. It will really help us. Yeah. So that's it for today. We will see you in the next video.
We hope you enjoyed.
Bye.
Bye.